G'day guys, welcome back to another video. It's about -5 degrees. I'm not far out of Oberon, camped by this beautiful little creek here. The plan for this video is to basically explore some of the state forests around Oberon and see if I can't find some more beautiful little camp spots just like this one. I shot up here last night, got here in the dark, so you would have only seen some footage of this morning. But yeah, once we get out of here, it's going to be a big explore day. I expect lots of dead-end tracks and lots of fallen trees and all that sort of stuff, but this is what you got to do to find the good spots. Oh, here comes the sun. Hey, sun. Get excited. Might be able to have some bloody water soon. Don't actually know what it got down to last night, but it's enough that all my water hoses and that are frozen, so cold. Just cooking breakfast for the world's most spoilt dog. We got turkey mince and some beef. He's 14 years old and he's got some, let's say, health problems. So he's very, very picky with what he eats now, and just getting him to eat is a struggle. So this is what we've had to resort to. If anything else, please, my lord. Let's see if we got any water. It's, I don't know, like 10:30 now. Hopefully it's defrosted. Hooray! I can have a drink. Oof, you'd be surprised how thirsty you get when it's -5. Well, there it is, dead end number 1. We got a fence. There's a beautiful little creek down there which I was hoping to get to. I'll show you it down this way actually, but yeah, unfortunately there's a fence in the way. There's the creek. But we can't get to it, so onwards. This is what it's all about. Do you guys know of any good camp spots? Hey, camp spots, guys. Fox. Hope you guys saw that sneaky little fox just there. There's this little spot here beside this creek, but it's quite a steep and there's no road, so I'd be just on the grass there, and it's a little bit boggy, and the creek is, you know, barely flowing. So I think the hunt continues. This would be a, you know, okay spot for a couple of vehicles if you got desperate, but more than that, no, not really. Alright, looks like we're on to the first winner of the trip. This is a great little spot by this, I think it's called Native Dog Creek. Beautiful little creek. We've got some nice little rapids right here. Nothing nicer than sleeping with the sound of gentle rapids right next to your camp. So that first area we had a look around was sort of the very northern end of Essington State Forest. We're now coming into sort of the midsection, and obviously, yeah, this creek's flowing beautifully. There's this nice grassy area, fireplace right here. So yeah, this is tick, spot number one. Mark this down, and I think it's not even lunchtime yet, so we'll carry on and see if we can find something better, but keep this in the memory bank for later just in case. Just followed another random little track. It leads down to just a little turning circle, like you'd hardly even call it a camp. But there is a nice bit of access to the creek here. Looks like there's a deep little hole over there, so I don't know if this creek holds trout or anything, but if it does, that'd be not a bad spot. It's not much of a camp though, so I'm gonna move on. And I might just keep following this creek actually and see if there's just some more spots further along, because it is a nice creek, it's flowing beautifully, so let's go for a look. Another random track and another cracking little spot. There's a little platform up there to camp on, but this creek down here, beautiful section of creek, nice bit of rapids. Looks like there's an even bigger hole down that way as well. It was a bit scratchy getting in, like it's very overgrown. I don't think many people come here, but it's a great little spot. So definitely be putting this one in the bank as well. What a magic little section of creek. You can tell over there on the rock shelf it's quite deep. The same down that way. Yeah, how cool. It's not a particularly pretty spot, but it will do for lunch. If you had a big group, it'd do for that as well, but when it's just me, we can find something a bit nicer than this. There is a little creek there, but yeah, we can do nicer. Just got some chicken tenders in the oven, so just gonna do a wrap for lunch. Now I haven't seen another vehicle since this morning, or since I left Oberon pretty much. There's just absolutely no one out here. So you really do have the pick of the spots. So hopefully we find a few more good ones. If not, I'd be pretty happy with those first couple back there. They were really nice spots. So, worst case, we end up back there. That's lunch. Got a steak for dinner tonight, but rather than cook veggies the hard way, I'm just gonna chop them up, throw them in the oven. What is it now, 1 o'clock-ish? Throw them in the oven for 4 or 5 hours, and we'll have roast veggies with the steak. Beautiful. Yeah, it's a nice big open area here, but unfortunately it's just really lumpy, full of like 2-3 foot deep holes, and once you're out in the middle there, there's a long way to winch, so I don't want to risk just dropping a wheel into one of those holes and not being able to get back out. So we'll move on. It's not even 2 o'clock yet, so we've still got ages. We'll keep looking. Just hit a little section of native forest. So, perfect opportunity to cut a bit of firewood, which is exactly what I'm going to do. When you're camping in pine forest, you could burn pine, I guess, but I hate the stuff. It smells bad, doesn't burn well. Much prefer our native hardwoods. That chain was way too tight on that gate. Can't get it bloody turned around to get the pin facing the right way. Found this beautiful little spot by the Campbell's River. We're sort of down further south now in Vulcan State Forest. But yeah, magic little spot. Maybe not so much if you're in a swag on the ground, but for the rooftop, rocks by the river, perfect. So it's just after 3 o'clock now, and it's already getting pretty cool. So I'm going to get this fire going ASAP. There's not much in the way of existing fires around here, so obviously not many people camp here, but there's a bit of ash just on the ground here, so I'm going to set up on that basically. A bit breezy. Hope that dies down as the sun sets. Cheers. Sun's gone down and we've lost the, 5 degrees above zero we had in the daytime. It's already pretty chilly, but on the plus side, I got the fire started early today, which means we'll have some good coals and it should stay warm through the night. This doesn't look like a lot of wood, but it's gum, so it will burn for hours. So yeah, we should be good for the night. Ow. This should keep old mate warm tonight. Warm up the old gravy. Steak on. Steak and veg. How good. Well guys, that's dinner. Steak and veg, bloody lovely. I will be having a few beverages and chilling out. So I'll see you in the morning. Coming to you from the warmth of my bed. It's a bloody cold night last night, as you can tell by the fact that the entire inside of my tent is covered in ice. Anyway, I'm just gonna hang out here, I think, until the sun comes up, and then hopefully we can start to defrost for a reason. That's not even just a crust, that is solid. Solid ice, not a speck of water. Even my poor bucket, frozen. That was a cold night. My car says -5. I don't believe that. I think it's a little bit colder than that actually. Dog's bowl frozen solid. My bucket frozen solid. Luckily the fire's got no heat left in it. Because I don't have a bucket anymore. I've got a block of ice. I'm going to, I think, just go for a drive without packing up and try and park in the sun somewhere and see if we can't at least get some of the ice off the tent to melt before I pack it up. Even in the sun, the frost is melting, but now I've just got wet tent. I think I might just pack it up wet and sort it out when I get home. Otherwise I'm going to be here for hours just waiting for it to dry. Just got the heater on full pelt, warming up drone batteries. I just went to fly and it just landed, just went critically low voltage landing. So I got the drone on the bonnet and the battery in front of the heater. So that's going to end this one here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you've watched all the way to the end, I really appreciate it. And if you have watched to the end, why don't you leave a comment down the bottom and let me know which camp you thought was the best one, which one I should have stayed at. Thanks guys, see ya.